Alright, so let's just get right into it. There's a few questions that some of the guys in the group had, a few questions that I had personally, and one of the ones, and I don't know why this one kind of stuck out as number one to me, but it feels like Florida has this stigma when it comes to battle rap, and it really feels like Prime Time left that stigma on the state. Is this something that you feel is
No, there definitely is a stigma. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's funny you mention that because I remember at the time St. Louis had the same stigma. Everybody was thinking Nelly and Chingy, so when we was recruiting Averbs and Hitmans and Young Ills, they had that same chip on their shoulder. And they eventually got their shot on Smack, and that's how, now they got the respect as battlers. But I definitely feel you coming from grind time. I think if I'm not mistaken, the Wreck was from out here. As well as
Mad Hills.
Cap Palace and Mad Hills, so it was based out of here. And like I said, when we came out, we really represented the streets. I'm not saying they did it or whatnot, but they were, if you talk to Direct, he was more favorable to the Rap Olympic style and stuff like that. So there wasn't a lot of street battles that came out of Florida, which I think that's why people say that, and that's why the stigma is sticking today. And I guess I got to do a better job of seeing what I see out here. I mean, I would love to come out and check out some talent and stuff like that.
Yeah, it would definitely be dope. We try to do a bit of a mixture of both. We try to give a shot to some of the grind time style MCs, right? Because there's still a lot of them.
Absolutely, I agree.
There's a lot of them out here, but we also mix in a lot, which is a little bit more of what we like to do, more of the street style. You know what I mean? I'm from up north myself, I'm from Patterson, New Jersey, so I like that grimy shit. You know what I mean? So
no, I definitely feel with that because, like I said, that is a stigma, man. Like grind time was rocking out here heavy. They had the bigger fan with I think Annex versus Solomon was out here for Miami. And we haven't really touched down here. We have been actually talking about coming down here soon, either Miami or Tampa. So we definitely in the works of it. I've been talking to people, and I'm interested in bringing something out here because it's hood everywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Definitely.
There's a lot of dope MCs, and I think everybody deserves to have the opportunity to be on Smack. But like I said, at the end of the day, we only want the elite. So I would love to find somebody out here for real.
That's awesome, man. And
matter of fact, my verse is gonna be on Smack next month, December 13th.
That's right. She's got
Bonnie got
oh my God, that's gonna be a good one.
And that's a Smack battle. So maybe she could pave the way for other MCs. She's always telling me about dope MCs out of Florida, man. So shout out to my verse. She really does rep Florida. And she definitely always in my ear about the shit. Trust me.
That's dope, man. Shout out to my verse, man. She's we actually myself and Vayga also, and Vayga's behind the camera for y'all that don't know. We've been fans of my verse since before she started battling.
She's dope, man. I'm a big fan of my verse. I'm definitely a big fan of hers.
She's dope. And people also like Lou Cypher, who just got a shot over at KOTD. Lou Cypher's been doing some dope things. Shout to Dude, she's been doing some dope things. So yeah, you heard it here. Let's try to break that stigma, man. Get them bars up.
With it, man. I just gotta find the best of the best.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of the MCs in the group want to know the answer to this question. What exactly is it that you look for when you're looking for a PG MC?
The MC period, I look for somebody I feel like could possibly break onto the stage and excuse me, and be a star. I look for originality. I feel like a lot of people see a style trending, like when Chilla Jones got there. When I recruited Chilla Jones, there was nothing like Chilla Jones. Then all of a sudden I seen a bunch of Chilla Jones everywhere. Everybody's breaking every word and syllable down and
scheming.
And it just got annoying, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to incorporate what others are doing, that's cool, but I've seen a million of them. When Casita came on the scene, same thing. There wasn't a lot of big punchline rappers. I mean, he had the Suns going, but then you seen a bunch of them. Even when Jazz was popping, when she started on a female show, she was the only one really punching, and all of them was punching. So to me, it's more about originality. Bring your own style to the table. That's what I liked about Dot. That's what I liked about John. Everybody has their own thing, and even with this class, everybody's original. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the Avs, you got the Mike P's, you got the Young Scotties. Everybody's different. Just be yourself, man. Live in your style. Yeah. If you watch Young Scotty's battles, he kind of reminds me of personality-wise like Averb, but he raps so different. He don't focus on 4-bar setups and punching. And I think a lot of people feel like that's the formula, so everybody does it.
Right.
So when I look for someone, this is different, man. So because I don't want another conceit.
Right.
I want the next whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people feel like, okay, this formula worked for this individual. That's what I'm gonna do. Like even if you don't like what Daylight does, that was his formula. Even though I don't like a lot of shit he does,
Right.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people are trying to just take somebody else's formula instead of being themselves, and I think that's what kind of hurt a little bit battle rap.
Gotcha. And you know what? I would have to agree with that, man. Okay. This next one. Would you the whole No Mercy thing? Would you like to address that, or?
We can talk about it. I haven't talked about it yet because I don't respond to stupidness, to be honest, ignorance. Like I ain't even know I had a problem, to be perfectly honest with you. And I feel like a lot of people assume things instead of reaching out. And this is my whole thing with the situation is it's simple. If you got an issue with somebody, right? Because I didn't watch the vlog. Because if I would have watched it, I'd have been tight. Like this nigga stupid. I just heard pieces of it. And one of the things I think he said was you could call him. Now think about that for a second. If you really wanted to resolve an issue, or if you thought before we had an issue, wouldn't you be the first one to call it? I didn't know we had an issue.
Exactly.
But yet you put in a plug, you can call it. So what that meant to me was you want the attention. So I'm just tired of people using me as promotion. And it's whack to me. And all that other tough guy shit, come on, my nigga. Really. Like, let's be shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I've been around a lot of people that have really been about that life and stuff like that. And from what I've gathered with that, these niggas don't talk. It's just about doing it. And I just feel like a lot of these cats aren't used to the so-called bright lights and stuff, and they do things for attention. And I don't really know Mercy like that. I maybe had a couple conversations with him, and like I said, like I just really think it was a publicity stunt on his end. Now, when you do things like that, you involve a lot of other people that have nothing to do with the situation. You know what I'm saying? People feel away. You don't know what can happen. Like me personally, I just kind of laughed it off because for one, you're making allegations that aren't true. Let me see what he said. Stole the battle, Prez Mafia battle. Now, the real shit, what really happened was with the Prez Mafia battle, I wasn't really fucking with Prez Mafia like that. But I didn't have nothing against him. He came out with all the shit he said. Me as a man, I was like, look, Prez is mad. It's cool. Even when he stole the verse or whatnot, I didn't come out and bash him. Like, it's not my place. I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I even came out publicly and said, I know Prez writes his shit. I'm not gonna tear him down. Right. So that situation, what made me laugh was he said I stole the battle. Now, what happened was, and this is exclusive, I ain't telling nobody yet. I have a partner. My partner's P with the War Report. So he's dealing with a lot of the PG guys, because I don't really want them to get too personal, because just in case I gotta cut these guys, it's no personal relationship, it's business with me. So I have one of my partners just look, deal with it. He calls me after Dre Dennis did the PG when he battled M. Scotty, and he says, "Listen, Dre Dennis, well, he wants another battle. He wants a battle on the December 13th card, which is next month. He wants to battle somebody." So I'm like, "All right, who?" He said, "Well, I thought it'd be a good idea if he battles Prez Mafia." So I'm like, "Well, you know, Prez got a little issue. Like, I don't know if I really want to fuck with Prez." Now, Prez calls me. We talk like men. You know, whatever. He's like, "Yo, you know, what I said at the time, I was upset, blah, blah, blah." We both, as men, spoke and apologized. I was like, "Yo, it's not a problem, I feel no way." So I was with doing the battle. I said, "Fuck it, let's do it." Now, mind this has nothing to do with them because P set up the battle. So I said we could do it December 13th. Now, as an organization, whenever we set up battles, we always speak, whether it be me, Smack, we were a team, me, Smack, Bees, Chico. And, you know, some of the people weren't 100% sure about doing the battle. You know what I'm saying? And based on there, I was like, Prez, the battle's in limbo. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna make it happen. I really wanted it to happen on Smack. But at this point, we feel like, you know what? Maybe not yet. So my next move was, I said, you know what? If that's not the case, I'm gonna give it to my brother City. It's a great platform, whatnot, whatever. Now, on the whole thing about stealing, something has to be yours when you steal it. You know what I mean? P brought the battle to me because they wanted the battle. It wasn't like, yo, the battle set up here, I took it. So when you claim somebody stole something, how is it stolen when you never set it up? You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, then that's one thing he said. I was just like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Then I already brought up the Young Scotty situation. Now, Young Scotty's situation, Young Scotty's on the contract with URL. And everybody knows once you're on the contract with URL, you can only battle with your home league. Young Scotty's home league is not there. Young Scotty called me, and I straight up, I said, Scotty, you can't do the battle. So we spoke for a little bit. Now, mind you, I work as well, so I can't deal with everything at one time. You know what I'm saying? So Scotty calls me, he's like, yo, whatever. He's explaining to us, all right. So then, I guess his partner, I don't know if his partner, whatever, Peso, I know Peso for years. He calls me like, yo, whatever. And he tells me like, yo, I want the battle happen. We spoke for a little bit, and I just told him, listen, just give me a little bit, and I'll let you know what's up. We spoke, you know what I mean, respectfully. I called Scotty. Scotty's like, listen, I already had paid whatever for the battle. So I said, listen, since it was before you was on the contract, knock the battle out. It's fine, you know what I'm saying? But you owe me, because at this point, we're trying to push the next guys for the rookies, vets, and get them prepared. So anything outside of what we're doing kind of hinders our progress. You know what I'm saying? So I let him go. I said, hey, dude, it's not a problem. No hard feelings. And then, you know, I guess when the blog came out, I never spoke to you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Wow. We never had this conversation. And I told Scotty to do the battle. I was like, listen, you already did it, you already took care of it, it's not a problem. No issues. Young Scotty's on the next card. If there's an issue, I would have told you Scotty, you know, whatever. But we spoke. And that's why I said when I seen I didn't see the blog. When people called me about it, I laughed. I was like, okay, I don't have an issue with this man. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, he wants that attention. Now, if that's the route he wants to take, he has a lot to learn because I'm not going to respond to the shit. Like, shit is whack. If that's how you feel, it is what it is. And all that other extra stuff, come on, bro. Like, you're not even like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the extra, even if the person was about that, it's just something, we don't condone that at all.
I mean, like I said, man, like, I feel like, you know, I've spoken to him before. I feel like he's a good dude. But sometimes people just don't understand, you know, the lights and what they can do. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes words travel further than you think they can. And you obviously did that with the intent to get people talking about it. And that's why I said, like, when you said you can call me, my nigga, you didn't think about that before you did the blog?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do that? No, you wanted people to talk about it. So you can get that attention, whether it's for promote your league and stuff like that. But I charge for promotion. You know what I'm saying? So if next thing you want promo, pay me. You know what I mean? But I personally don't got an issue with it. I don't have no malice towards him. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the only thing I feel like he owes me an apology. For the simple fact that, my nigga, you did this for promo. If that's what promo you want, then you got it. Pretty simple as that, man. You know what I mean? Other stuff about talking about, I know where you live or something, I'm like, and? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really do that shit, man. I've been around people that are really about that. And like I said, like, I just thought it was corny. You know, if that's how he went about it, salute to you, man. You gotta do what you gotta do now. The pressure's off me, I ain't gotta do shit. I just gotta be me.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah, man. I think I agree, man. All the extra is just exactly that.
Yeah, God bless him, man. That's what he wanted to do.
I think there's a thin line between selling a battle, right, and disrespect, and battle rappers tend to cross that line.
He's not a battle rapper. I mean, like I said,
yeah.
I think, like I said, like I genuinely think he's a good person.
We should be, now that you say that he's not a battle rapper, a little bit more professionalism should be expected.
I mean,
or should be presented, maybe not expected, but a little bit.
Look, man, like I feel like people take your kindness for weakness, and I always believe a lot of people, if you don't do something for them or they feel like you're not doing something for them, they feel like you just a hater. And it's just like, bro, like, I don't get it. Like, I can't fucking put everybody on. I'm very selective. Not to mention, I gave 2 trap niggas a PG. One's on December 13th, which is Fettuccine. I think it's him, and then the other one's Gaddafi. I thought they were both on December 13th, but they're split. One's in February, one's not. So, like, if I had any malice towards your league or anything, right, what the fuck?
could have been taken out right there. Right
yeah,
there.
like at the end of the day, I don't care about you or your partner. You know, in terms of talent, I'm not gonna take out on the kids that are trying to get on Smack because, you know, I've had an issue with your partner. Not that I do, but I don't care. So anybody in the trap that feels like the Norbes ain't gonna fuck with us, because if you're good, I'm gonna fuck with you. I don't care where you are.
Right.
I really don't care. I don't care if this guy wants to do 100 more vlogs. You know what I mean?